Okay, no pro. This is how I've been saving Lowe's buckets, because every time I do hot mud, I use this Silverset 90. Again, not a pro, but I actually kind of like it. I like the way it's easy to mix and it's easy to get the consistency you want and easy to spread. And when it dries, it's like rock hard, but it's still kind of easy to scrape down and sand a little bit. But anyway, I've been going through these buckets like nobody's business. Every time I go to Lowe's, I just kind of grab a bucket as my bag because I know I'm gonna get dried up crap in it, and then never will it ever be the same again. So I've asked around, I asked Reddit. People had all kinds of good advice and kind of put everything together into my own system. And that is, when I'm just about done, I have a hose, a spray hose, some soap, a nice stiff bristle brush. First thing I do is just be pretty liberal with the soap and then spray it down. Spray the edges even. And you gotta be willing to get a little wet. It's cold here. I'm in Portland, Oregon. It's about 40 degrees, but I'm hot from mud and hot mud. So spray the edges. Get as much of it off as it'll just come off on its own. Get a nice kind of lather going in there. And then I grab the brush and just quickly get like the edges. Wipe all this stuff off while it's still gonna come off. And this is like, you know, I wouldn't be able to use this necessarily to actually put on the walls at this point. It's dry enough to the point where it's starting to get like I don't know, tough Play-Doh or something that's been left out forever. So I like to grab my tools first, give them a good scrub. It's just easy enough now to still get this stuff off, and the soap seems to help quite a bit. Get both sides. Boom, boom. Also, I'm doing a house remodel, so I'm not too concerned with the state of the backyard at this point. So you might want to figure out where you're going to dump this yourself, but I've just been throwing it on the lawn and I'll have some cleanup work to do later. So that's pretty good. Got most of it off here, maybe little bits here and there. Boom, boom. And it's just so key to kind of get it like at the end of its lifespan before it completely dries. Even if it dries a little bit, as long as it's thin, it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, so now I have a cleaner bucket. Go in here and just start kind of scrubbing from here. Now I can just put that aside. It's soapy, but nothing on it. Grab my other tool. I didn't take the label off of it. This is really good for leaving bits of label in your plaster that run and take giant chunks of your hard work off. Definitely recommend doing that if you like to do double the work. Obviously not, but I've just been using this to scrape off the other tool, so just using the other side. Get that stuff off while it still comes off. And the soapy water just makes such a big difference. Just having this bucket full of it. Give it a rinse, a quick scrub, get the last bits off. And as you're doing this, over time, the label actually comes off. I don't know an easy way to get that label off. Seems like they put it on with the world's best glue. But anyway, it's clean enough. Put that aside now with my bucket still full of soap. Just kind of start getting the walls of it. Kind of go blindly, but you can tell it's coming off as you go. Get that all around. You can get the edges a bit. And I've actually reused this bucket 6-7 times now, which is like a world record for me. Eventually they just kind of dry out and get brittle and crack anyway, but man, for $5, 6-7 uses, it's less than $1 each time. I love it. And it's important to just do this in between each batch. I mix enough so that it at least feels significant. About an hour of work, and then take a quick break to wash, reset, watch it dry. I like to sit and watch the plaster dry. Once you feel like you've got most of it up, put the brush over there, and then here's the part where you probably won't do this, but again, reconstruction, remodeling. There we go. Just give it a last rinse. One last little scrub with the brush here. There we go. Just like new. Ready for the next batch of terrible drywalling.